Good evening and welcome to the Chris Salcedo Show here on Newsmax TV. America is in a crisis a mere 7 weeks after Joe Biden took control over the Oval Office. Nobody disputes that. Agreeing on what the crisis is, that's where the division exists. Texas, Mississippi, Missouri, and other states are beginning to open up 100%. Lockdown leftists in our society view this as a crisis. The very idea of our population having their rights and liberties restored, rights that were wrongly taken by government in the first place, have many left-wingers openly worried tonight. They claim to be worried about a resurgence of the China virus, but that contention is undermined by their turning a blind eye to illegal aliens who are being set loose in America courtesy of Joe Biden, who are carrying the China virus. Left-wing officials in the United States claim, with a straight face, that they have every right and authority to lock down you American citizens out there, but they don't have the right to prevent illegal aliens carrying the China virus from entering the United States. The border crisis, the tip of Biden's lawless iceberg. That's the reality check we get into in tonight's preamble. As mentioned, we are 7 weeks into Biden's occupation of the Oval Office. We have 4 years of this and other atrocities ahead of us. Estimates say that over 100,000 illegal aliens are taxing our resources at the border right now as we speak. Wave upon wave of human beings incentivized by Mr. Biden and his political party are causing a humanitarian crisis that negatively impacts the lives of the illegal aliens and Americans alike. Whoever's making the decisions at the White House did this intentionally, as they replicated Obama's policies that led to the first massive border crisis. Even though the White House propaganda arm is officially referring to this border calamity as a challenge, those who are bearing the brunt of these lawless policies, well, they know what's really going on.
Let me begin by making one point very clear. There is a crisis on the Texas border right now with the overwhelming number of people who are coming across the border. This crisis is a result of President Biden's open border policies. It invites illegal immigration and is creating a humanitarian crisis in Texas right now that will grow increasingly worse by the day.
Of course it will, because it's Democrat socialist policies. You know, Democrats, Republicans, and conservatives have been sounding the alarm for weeks here in Texas. After being caught in the border challenge lie, the White House did what all unscrupulous and dishonest left-wingers do. They lied some more.
We have changed the policies of the last administration as it relates to unaccompanied children, but the majority of families, adults, the vast, vast majority are turned away at the border.
On my radio show earlier today, I spoke with a friend of mine who was on the ground down there in the Rio Grande Valley. When I told him what Jen Psaki had said, he said, quote, "That's a lie. That's a lie." Congressman Andy Biggs of the border state of Arizona was also quick to point out that Team Biden isn't telling America the truth.
I talk to the folks on the border regularly. That's just not true. They are letting basically everybody in. They're not turning away people right now. They're turning away a few, but under Title 42, but they're letting people in and they're citing them and releasing them.
Folks, take it from your liberty-loving Latino here, broadcasting from the Newsmax studios in the great state of Texas. There is a crisis in this state. It's at the U.S. Mexico border. But as my friend on the border told me this morning, the illegal aliens are not staying on the border. They're being transported using your taxpayer dollars to points northward so they can disappear into the United States, never appearing before an asylum judge or having a hearing. This Biden-manufactured crisis will be with us for the next 4 years, along with tens of thousands of illegal aliens every single month coming into the United States and countless billions of your hard-earned taxpayer money down the toilet. As a reminder, President Trump had this situation under control. He'd instituted the Remain in Mexico policy to weed out the real asylum seekers from those who simply just don't want to follow U.S. immigration law. He enforced a rule that so-called asylum seekers needed to apply for asylum in the first safe country they come to. That's not the United States, for all of you who are recent products of the government-run education system. It took Biden a matter of weeks to screw everything up on the southern border. Imagine what he and his political party will do with other policies and to other states in our union over the next 4 years. But these are the consequences of voting for Socialist Democrats. So a big, fat thank you to Democrats. Big, fat thank you to all you never-Trumpers out there. Thanks for the crises and the many more to come.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest-growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.